Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into a really powerful story, a fundamental shift in how we should think about business. It's about transforming how we see the single most important person in any company, the client. It's a journey from seeing them as just a transaction to seeing them as a treasure.
So let me ask you something right off the bat, and it doesn't matter what you do for a living. What is your business really about? I mean, at its core. Is it about the service you provide, the product you sell? Or is it maybe something deeper? Just keep that question in the back of your mind. Now listen to this. This is a brutally honest quote from a contractor named Muhammad. He said, "We didn't care if the client was satisfied or not. The important thing was to finish the job and get our money." Wow, I mean, that's a mindset a lot of us can probably recognize, right? Get the job, get it done, get paid. It's a common place to start, but as we're about to see, it's a really flawed one. This way of thinking, it has a name. It's what we call the transactional mindset. It's that old school way of doing things, where your focus is just on the numbers and that final invoice.
So, what did this old way actually look like?
Well, for Muhammad and his friend Abdullah, it was all about chasing the biggest projects they could find. The main focus was always on the final payment. And the client, well, the client was kind of just a necessary step in the process. A means to an end, really, not the whole reason for the work in the first place.
And you know, this wasn't just Muhammad's opinion. His friend Abdullah, an engineer, he felt the exact same way. That is, until he had this breakthrough moment. He realized that client satisfaction wasn't just some fluffy, nice-to-have thing. No way. It was the actual engine that brings in the next project and the one after that.
So how do you go from that get-it-done mindset to something more? Well, for Muhammad, this huge shift didn't happen in some corporate retreat or boardroom. It came from one single personal experience. This is the story of how he stopped seeing a project and started seeing a partner in a dream.
Okay, so picture this. A new client walks in, and the project he has isn't just another house on a blueprint. It was his family's dream villa. But for Muhammad, who was still stuck in that old mindset, it was, just another job.
But this client, he was different. He was on the construction site every single day, asking questions, sharing ideas, just totally involved in every little detail. And through the lens of that old transactional mindset, Muhammad saw all of this passion as just interference. It was annoying. It was getting in the way of just getting the job done.
And then something just clicked. It was that aha moment. Muhammad suddenly understood. This wasn't interference at all. It was passion. He realized, wait a minute, I'm not just putting up walls and pouring concrete here. I'm building someone's dream. And in that one moment, everything changed.
And that one realization, it created a completely new philosophy for his business. It marked this incredible shift from just laying bricks to actually building with belief.
So let's just break this down and put these two mindsets side by side. You got the old way, where the client is just a number. The focus is on the job itself, and the end goal is just getting paid. But the new way? It's a totally different world. The client is a partner. The focus is on their dream. And the goal? The goal is building your reputation.
You know, there's actually a name for this philosophy. It's called customer centricity. It's this profound yet simple idea of placing your client's needs, their dreams, and their satisfaction at the absolute heart of every single thing you do. You see them as a partner, not just a paycheck.
So, what happens when you really, truly adopt this mindset? What are the results? Well, you unlock this incredibly powerful dynamic, something that Muhammad and Abdullah now call the ambassador effect.
Think about this. A genuinely satisfied client, someone whose dream you actually helped bring to life, they become your single greatest marketing asset. They don't just pay you and leave. They become your ambassador out there in the world. In fact, Abdullah said a good word from them is worth more than 1,000 ads. That's powerful.
So how does this actually happen? How do you create an ambassador? Well, it's a pretty clear process. First, you have to truly understand their dream. Then, you deliver quality proactively. That means giving them excellent work before they even have to ask for it. That right there, that creates true, deep satisfaction. And that is what turns them into an ambassador for you. And the result? Your reputation grows, and so does your business. It's a natural cycle. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this is a great story for a contractor, but what about what I do? Here's the thing. This principle is absolutely universal. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Your client is your most important investment, period.
I mean it. Whether you're an engineer, a doctor, a graphic designer, a consultant, a freelancer, it really doesn't matter. If you're a business owner of any kind, this applies to you. The person you're serving is never just a number on a spreadsheet. They have a need, a goal, a dream, and your job is to become their partner in making it happen. So I want to leave you with this final, powerful call to action. Don't be reactive. Don't sit around and wait for your client to ask for quality work. Offer it to them before they even have a chance to think about it. Make their satisfaction your absolute mission, and you won't just be building a business, you'll be building a legacy. So, what dream will you help build today?